Today I'm in Longcliffe Mine. Now Longcliffe Mine is closed to the public. What I've done is I've come down with a friend and together we've gone down a great big shaft for the entrance. Now originally this shaft would have had stemples, wooden poles, that the miners used to climb up and down this shaft. And I reckon it's around 70 metres or so. So it's not any small feat to get down here. We've used our caving kits and come to the very bottom where you'll be able to see some fingerprints in the mud. Now these fingerprints are not our own or any of our mates or anything like that. In fact, they are the Old Miners Fingerprints from the 1700s. And we know this for certain because the first people of this day and age to come in this room noticed these fingerprints here and knew that the last people in here would have been the miners themselves. Now I know this for certain because my source is the cameraman, the friend I've gone down with. So I'm going to sit and chat with him today and ask him a few questions about how he found these fingerprints.
Well, when we first found this place, it was pretty much as it is now. We didn't have to dig to get in. We just walked into the open passage. But there was just open stream running down the floor. And this area to the right of us, which is all gravel floor, was obviously some kind of dressing area where the miners were separating the lead from the mineral. And I could just see this curved brown thing poking out of the gravel, which looked a bit odd.
So what cavers use to make sure that people conserve specific areas is red tape. Now we've got this red tape here marking a different area inside the mine. What I've got here is a mine cart. Now you won't be able to see the full extent of it because it is underneath the gravel and it's probably been there for quite some time. However, they decided to keep it here and redirect any water flowing over the top of it, potentially destroying the mine cart using this pipe to my left. So this pipe is actually redirecting all of the water that would potentially run over and destroy the minecart. So a lot is being done to protect this area.
I started digging away and found it was a wooden wheel with an iron tyre, and attached to the wheel was an axle, and at the other end of the axle was another wheel, and incredibly this entire cart was still under the gravel, all four wheels essentially rotting slowly but still intact and still in working order, as it were.
Last but not least, what we've got here are some clay pipes. These clay pipes would have actually been used by the miners in the 1700s themselves, and they still rest here today until my friend discovered them, and of course there's some red tape across here now.
It was so exciting because we realised that no one had been here before because we'd dug our way in, which was proof that there could no one been here since the 18th century. And the fingerprints were just a perfect snapshot of time from a long, long time ago when people were working down here.
I want to thank you very much for listening today, and also thank my Patreons in particular. The only reason I managed to come down here and film was because of their support, and I mean that quite literally. With your support, I bought this GoPro, and I didn't know, but GoPros are fantastic for getting muddy and wet in underground situations. And so I've been able to film this today because of you. So thank you very much. And if you're interested in becoming one of my Patreons, then of course the links are down below. See you next time. That's the one. That's the one.